Special press briefing marking the official launch of employee status regularization project and unveiling of the first batch of consultants by His Excellency Josiah Boakai Sr., President of the Republic of Liberia. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the press, I'd like to welcome you to the Charles Beyond Press Hall, which is the official platform for the government's information dissemination, where senior government officials gather on a bi-weekly basis to brief the nation on the progress made within the various entities. The Charles Beyond Conference Hall was officially dedicated on Thursday, May 10, 2012, by former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. History can recall that this platform, since its establishment, it has played host to the following distinguished most senior officials of government, including the former Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, Madam Josiah, and former Speaker, Honorable Ellis Jenekatalo. Today, this platform is hosting the President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Josiah Boakai Sr., as an official guest. As an official guest in the Charles Beyond Press Hall. Charles Beyond was a Liberian journalist who died in the discharge of the professional duty, worked with the Liberian broadcasting system. This is an affirmation of the one government, one communication, one message, one goal, and one platform under the able leadership of Honorable Jerolinmek Piah, Minister of Information. Having said that, I'd like to invite the official spokesperson of this government, Honorable Jerolinmek Piah, who will make his introductory remark in his appeal, the national platform.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, the last time a Liberian president came to this ministry was on February 23, 2009. At that time, former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf came here on assignment to sign the book of condolence for a foreign Liberian journalist, Bill Frank Inouye. Now, Mr. President, the MICAT family is excited by your visit this afternoon because they have not experienced a visit by a sitting Liberian president for 15 years. MICAT is grateful by your administration's support to the ministry. You have always made the statement that this place should be the main platform for government communication. And the last time you re-emphasized that was on June 11, during the commissioning ceremony of government officials at the ministerial complex, and you said, and I quote, "Cabinet members and the officials of government, let me remind you again that this administration does not conduct its business on social media nor on frequent talk show appearances. We have a competent and energized Ministry of Information, and the ministries and agencies to speak to the ministry. And in doing so, you allow them to do their job, unquote. You, Mr. President, have not just spoken about how you view MICAT, but you have demonstrated it in practical action with the approval given to refurbish our dilapidated ministry complex. Mr. President, this hall is named in the evergreen memory of fallen Liberian journalist Charles E. Piah. And this is the venue where government ministers, heads of entities, and other officials have been coming twice or sometimes 3 times a week to address the public through over 50 media houses spinning across the country with far-reaching national and global audiences. The government's messaging emanates from here and will always be disseminated from here, as the MICAT family is more energized than ever before in spite of the deplorable state of this building. This building, the E. Reginald Thompson building, named after the pioneer of government communications and information structure, is 2 years older than the Executive Mansion, constructed in 1962 and the Executive Mansion in 1964. This MICAT building is the second oldest building on Capitol Hill after the Capitol building. All of the other buildings except ours have gone through major renovations since their dedication. USIT renovated this building once in 2007. However, Mr. President, this building is experiencing severe rundown, leaking roof, deteriorated electrical system, furniture, and plumbing system failure. Despite the poor state of this workplace, our staff come to work usually committed to doing their scope of responsibility. All of the employees of MICAT and officials in this hall, please stand. On behalf of all of these people, Mr. President, on behalf of all of them, we want to say a big thank you to you for approving funding for the renovation of our building. After this building is renovated, Mr. President, I can assure you that the general workforce will be reinvigorated to exercise their duties more than ever before. In closing, it is my pleasing duty, sir, to welcome you to MICAT. And I want to thank the Director General for the Civil Service Agency for being a catalyst to your appearance. Once again, Mr. President, I'd like to welcome you to the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs, and Tourism. And having said that, I will invite the Director General of the General Services Agency, who will perform Civil Service Agency. See, I'm trying to take the main thing away from you. So it's my pleasure to invite the Director General of the Civil Service Agency, who will do the main thing we are here for. Mr. Director General.
His Excellency Joseph Boakai Sr., President of the Republic of Liberia, Honorable Jerolinmek M. Piah, Minister of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism, my other 2 cabinet colleagues, the Director General of the General Services Agency, Honorable Kotimai, and the Minister of Mines and Energy, Honorable Piah, other officials of government, our development partners, special guests, the Director General of the Liberia Broadcasting System, Honorable Eugene Fagom, our dear consultants, fellow citizens, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Civil Service Agency, I am pleased to extend profound gratitude to the Minister of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism, Honorable Piah, and his entire MICAT family for the strong media and publicity support they continue to provide to the CSA. Today marks the CSA's 7th appearance at the MICAT press briefing to adequately and consistently inform the citizenry about the government's robust reform initiatives. I want to personally congratulate you, Minister Piah, for your dynamic leadership at MICAT. The strong collaboration between the CSA and MICAT is a true testament to the dynamic vision of our dear President, His Excellency Joseph Boakai Sr., for the collaborative and cooperative partnership in the governance process, ensuring transparency, accountability to collectively actualize the arrest agenda. Mr. President, we are exceptionally grateful for your visionary leadership. In June 2024, the Civil Service Agency provided the first sets of progressive reports on the ongoing Employee Status Regularization Project, the ESRP, covering 3 government spending entities: the Ministry of Mines and Energy, Liberia Public Administration, Liberia Institute of Public Administration, and the National Center for the Coordination and Response Mechanism. The reports show gross misuse and abuse of government resources through illegal salary payments to ghost, double dippers, and duplicate accounts. At the Ministry of Mines and Energy, 40 employees were dismissed for not showing up to work for 14 to 20 days for each of the 3 months covered, based on the time and attendance analysis. We suspended 81 employees without pay for 1 month for not showing up to work for 8 to 12 consecutive days, and issued warning letters to 10 employees for not showing up to work for 5 to 7 consecutive days. At the Liberia Institute of Public Administration, 28 employees were dismissed for not showing up to work for 14 to 20 days for each of the 3 months covered, based on time and attendance analysis. We suspended 30 employees without pay for not showing up to work for 8 to 12 consecutive days, and issued 3 employees warning letters for not showing up to work for 5 to 7 consecutive days. At the National Center for the Coordination of Response Mechanism, the Civil Service Agency found no evidence of 12 individuals to be in the employ of the entity who received illegal payments from October to December 2023 in the amount of $25,708. The CSA immediately requested the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission to investigate the former executive director and the financial controller for such illegal payments, and to advise the CSA for appropriate actions to be taken. These actions, Your Excellency, are consistent with the Civil Service Standing Orders and the Human Resource Policy Manual. We understand from the LACC that the investigation is getting wider because as they make inquiries, more people are being invited for questioning. While we appreciate the good job being done by the LACC, we also strongly encourage them to bring the matter to logical and legal conclusion to prevent the recurrence of such financial malpractices. Additionally, we call on the human resource directors financial controllers of the Ministry of Mines and Energy, Liberia Institute for Public Administration, and the National Center for Coordination and Response Mechanism to hereby report to the Solicitor General's Office at the Ministry of Justice for investigation into their alleged roles in these grave matters. The CSA and the Ministry of Justice are collaborating to ensure that these human resource and financial mismanagement investigations are conducted expeditiously. In total, the government will realize an annual saving of $488,816.82, that's United States dollars, as a direct result of these actions taken by the CSA at the three spending entities. Today, Mr. President, I am pleased to report that the CSA has completed employee physical verification and head counts at central offices of 29 government spending entities. Of the 29, the CSA has blocked unverified employees from 14 of the 29 spending entities. Mr. President, going forward, the government will save a total of $490,828.74, that's United States dollars, as a result of blocking the individuals. Also, as part of its ongoing implementation of the General Auditing Commission 2021 Payroll Compliance Audit Recommendations, the CSA has blocked 689 individuals on the payroll with duplicate national identification numbers from 49 spending entities on the payroll. This strategic action was taken after our employee verification and head count system detected 54 names with duplicate national identification numbers from 4 spending entities. So far, of the 689, only 2 individuals show up for verification. That means the remaining 687 are potential ghosts. As a direct result of the blocking action by the CSA, Mr. President, the government will save $223,413.84 monthly and United States dollars 2.6 million annually. Mr. President and my fellow cabinet colleagues, I want to thank your government for providing the funding support for the first phase of the ESRP. It is often said that whenever the chief comes to town, that's an opportunity for the people to put all of their problems before the chief. Your Excellency, the CSA is collaborating with the General Auditing Commission, the Internal Audit Agency, in this campaign to remove waste, fraud, and abuse from our institutions. I have come to realize that there are more than 300 audit reports spanning almost 2 decades without hearings into the merits and demerits to hold perpetrators accountable. I would like to propose to your good offices, Your Excellency, to kindly engage with the House of Representatives for the House's Standing Committee on Public Accounts to hold hearings on these reports for the expeditious prosecutions of perpetrators. If this is not done, Your Excellency, our current reform efforts will be a drop in the bucket, and corruption will continue to impede our national recovery and development process. So, Mr. President, on April 30th, you launched the National Policy Guidelines on Consultancy, and after that, the CSA proceeded immediately with constituting a consultancy steering committee comprising of 3 senior officials of the CSA and 2 from the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning. Your Excellency, we received more than 200 applications from different spending entities to recruit and deploy consultants. Our National Steering Committee screened those applications, shortlisted about 120 from the more than 200. Your Excellency, interviews were conducted, and today we have only recruited 100 highly qualified experts in various fields, some of whom are here today. Your Excellency, by this time last fiscal year, the previous administration had already recruited 1,000 plus consultants, many of whom were casual laborers. That's why today we are still experiencing the gross human resource capacity gaps in the government, impeding the functions of government. Your Excellency, these highly qualified consultants, some of whom are specialized doctors, lawyers, institutional and human resource development experts, will help your government to bridge the human resource gap. Having said that, Your Excellency, when you launch the policy, you consider our proposal for the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning to allocate $2 million that will lead to saving a whopping amount of $4.1 million from the $6.1 million that was used in last fiscal year. Your Excellency, I would like to tell you here that the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning only allocated $1.2 million with a difference or a gap of $800,000. So the CSA is appealing to you to please have the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning to restore the $800,000 so that we can recruit more professionals. I know in some of my conversations with you, you stressed the need to develop the human resource capacity of our country, and this is just a step forward. At this juncture, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you and thank you, Your Excellency.
Thank you, Mr. Director General. The Honorable Director General of Civil Service Agency, the Honorable Minister of Information, Culture and Tourism, distinguished cabinet officials, other officials of government, members of the Court Estate, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. At this moment, I am delighted to invite to the podium His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Liberia, who will be making the official launch of the Employee Status Regulations project, after which time he will unveil the first batch of consulting. Mr. President.
Good evening. Please have your seat for those of you that have seats. Let me recognize the Minister of Information and Culture, Affairs and Tourism, the Honorable Director General, Civil Service Agencies, members of the Cabinet, their President, our special consultants, the members of the Florida State, fellow citizens, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I think some of you following the social media, and some of you who have connections, people in past governments, I want to make you know that nobody came to this government wish hunting anybody. But if our country will have to move forward, if some of you here, young people, will have a future in this country, we have to do things right. We have to do things differently.
I
know we are all human beings. If somebody of yours is affected, you will complain. But let me ask you, if you were in a home and you were the custodian of the food of the home, and somebody was selling that food, depriving other people, what would you say? We have to be honest with ourselves. This is our country. For some of us, we've gone through our days, but we feel that we cannot leave the state without helping. I tell people it's not about the next election, it's about the next generation. We keep our country with all the resources we have. They'll be vanishing, and we all sit. And you say, don't take this person, don't take that person, don't take. At the end of the day, we're going to be the victim. You. But we are aware. The Holy Book says, who will know how to do right and won't do it to do a sin. We will do what we're supposed to do. And we're not going to do it because we hate people. I don't hate anybody. But I hate people who don't love the country, who want to see the country deprived of all its resources, just for the benefit of few. You can make me your friend or make me whoever you want to be, but we will have to do the right thing to put our country straight. The Minister of Information has been telling me that the officers here dilapidated the building. Now, this is, I saw the kind of quality of work you've done here. Tell me with his own resources. Now, you can't burn candle at two ends. Can't let a man be working at the same time using his own resources. But I heard him talking loud and clear. You know what? Said a little girl was praying for a pair of shoes, and she was shouting. And somebody said, don't shout, God is not there. Say, yeah, but my auntie in the room is So I hear you. And the auntie you're talking to. The GSMA is here also. And you loud and clear. On a serious note, we have to put our country on the track. It's a shame to be blessed as we are, and to be poor as we are. You don't see that? People in North and come from Granada, in a couple of hours, from Lofa. Didn't we know that racism will always be here? Should we always be stuck in the mud? No, sir. So I just want to say to those people who think people are, nobody's fighting anybody. But we don't do it, nobody will do it for us. You can't be depending on resources of other countries, take their taxpayer money to come and take care of you. They only give you to keep you alive, but you will not have development. You will not have development. None of these people. See all these people, most of these people are journalists, they're not on payroll. They do this thing to keep life moving. But we have to do the right things to get good education for this country, good medical facilities, good roads for our people to travel on. If you don't do that, be sure you know that you harm your society, and everybody wants to leave to go elsewhere. Nobody wants people anywhere anymore. Nobody. One of the things that pain my heart is to see people get on a boat to leave their own country. They say, well, even if I die, I die. And I have to be, why will you leave your simply because people who are there want to squander the resources as if they are the only ones that government is country. We're not going to let that happen. So, CSA, we want to thank you. Today marks a significant milestone in our administration journey. The day of immense pride and progress as we gather to launch one of our leading programs, the Employee Status Regularization Project, ESRP, dedicated to enhancing employment and payroll transparency and accountability in government, something we've been struggling with for years. This project is a significant step forward for many administrations and a lead towards more efficient, transparent, and accountable civil service. Our government address agenda, rooted in transparency and accountability, is a cornerstone of our actions. The launch of the Employee Status Regularization Project is a testament to this commitment. By cleansing the bloated payroll system we inherited, and not just from this government, we aim to create a more productive workforce with improved wages for our hard-working civil servants. This initiative is not just a part of our agenda, but a significant stride towards realization. The ESRP is a testament to our dedication to these principles. The comprehensive employee head count and physical verification exercise will not only identify and remove ghostmen, double dippers, and unqualified individuals from our payroll system, but also significantly improve the wages of legitimate civil servants and provide opportunities for qualified professionals to deliver efficient and effective service. This is a major step towards a more productive and efficient civil service. This initiative aligns perfectly with our arrest agenda, promoting transparency, accountability across all sectors. I am pleased to report that the ESRP has already made significant strides, covering 26 out of 103 government spending entities. Progress report have revealed huge numbers of ghost names, double dippers, unqualified, inefficient employees, duplicate names, national identification numbers on the payroll. I was even informed a pastor of mine who had been getting money, and money transfer on your phone, you're not waiting for God. I don't know. But these discrepancies and inefficiencies are not judged on the balance sheet. They represent a significant loss to our government, amounting to millions monthly. So if some of you don't have jobs, a part of it, the Employee Status Regularization Project, designed and implemented by the Civil Service Agency, is our robust response to financial pain. By addressing these issues, we aim to not only strengthen and manage our payroll system, but also significantly reduce its financial losses, ensuring it operates with transparency and efficiency, and improving compensation for qualified employees. By identifying all legitimate government employees and improving payroll data collection, we aim to minimize waste and abuse of government resources and ensure the effective utilization of public resources. The ESRB is a response to current challenges we face: the accumulation of ghost names, incompetent personal action notices, pens, and outdated information that have compromised the integrity of our government payroll system. This comprehensive cleanup is central to ensure the accuracy and transparency of our payroll systems. The scope of the ESRB encompasses all government spending entities, focusing on verifying and updating employee records across all 103 entities. This methodology includes thorough auditing the existing payrolls, cross-referencing current employee records, and implementing a robust data collection and management system to prevent future discrepancies. We envision 3 key deliverables from the project. Now I made them to 4. An updated and accurate payroll system free of ghost names and incompetent and incomplete payroll necessary. A streamlined process to ongoing payroll data management and verification. A deep politicized professional workforce maintaining payroll integrity. An improved and capable workforce. These goals will be achieved over 3 months, July to September 2024, with key milestones including the initial audit and assessment data verification and updating system implementation and training, culminating the final review and report. I want to personally thank the Civil Service Agency for understanding this major national reform initiative. It will bring integrity to the national payroll system, save the government millions, and strengthen and improve the force. Fellow Liberians, it is vital to inform you that by 2023, this time last year, the previous administration had already hired 1,000 so-called consultants, primarily casual laborers, who did not significantly contribute to bridging the human resource and institutional capacity gap and advancing our governance system overall. It is sharp contrast. Today, we proudly announce the recruitment of 97 highly qualified professionals and exercise through a vigorous vetting process consistent with national consultancy policy guidelines I announced on April 3rd, 2023. Many of the consultants present here includes legal, human resource, management experts, and specialized doctors. We extend special thanks to the leadership of the Civil Service Agency for instituting these consultancy reform measures, ensuring effective utilization of consultancy resources and delivering value to money. The official launch want to say to you, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Liberia has trained a lot of medical doctors, but you're always losing them because we don't have money to retain qualified teachers. This time around, we want to make sure that we retain our people and we train them. And I'm saying today that we are seeking scholarship. The scholarship will be to Cebesians, to everybody, every young person. Nigerians, they need to contribute, we need to. So we are not here on party lines, we're here to run this country for Nigerians. So distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I hereby officially launch the Employee Status Organization Project under the auspices of the Civil Service Agency with great pride and anticipation. This project represents a pivotal step towards a more transparent, accountable, and efficient government committed to serving the people of Nigeria with integrity and dedication. And in so doing, I always want to remind you that we should think Liberia, love Liberia, and build
We ask that you please take your seats, and then all the consultants in the room, please be standing. Your Excellency, this is just a representation of those,
Put your hand up.
yeah, all of them. See that? Yes.
Thank you. Just want to say thanks to you. Serve this country at your country. If we are not from here, know that your service is because we trust you. Thank you. Do a good job. Settle like grand people and build a future for our country.
At this junction, we should now invite the first batch who will kindly come up to do a photo opportunity with the Excellency and senior members of government that are seated on the platform. Protocol persons, please assist. Please assist with the organizing of this photo opportunity. Move the chairs in the back. Consultants, all of the consultants come to my right, while all the senior officials all come to my left. Yes, please. CSA on that side, all of the consultants be behind the president's right. The tallest to the rear, just to have everybody in the photo. The tallest to the rear, it would have, yes, please. The tallest to the rear. Okay, so photographer, are you set? Please go on.
Everybody, let's get middle part, official photographers. Let's go this way.
Thank you very much. Shall we all remain standing near our seats as Your Excellency take leave of us? Please stay in the room. MICAT has another information to share. Everyone, please remain standing to where you are as Your Excellency is accompanied by senior officials of government. Please remain standing. Please remain standing. As Your Excellency is accompanied by senior officials of government. Thank you. Please, members of the press, please stay. Other partners, CSA presence, please stay.
Did you take questions from the press? 3 minutes at a time.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Focus on Liberia, live at the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism, where a special press conference, a very special occasion, being held today, hosting the President of the Republic of Liberia, President Josiah, Boakai, who are officially launched the employee status of the Republic of Liberia. We had the Director General of the Civil Service Agency, and then the Honorable Minister, Jerolinmek, Piah, delivering special messages to them. My name is Gwendolyn here at the Charles Brian Press Room of the Ministry of Information. Keep watching. We are not through yet. We're going to take in questions from the Director General and the Minister.
No, I wanted to for you to report the presentation
And the Director General of the Civil
Please have it quiet. Please have it quiet, please.